back to the Smart Nonsense Podcast, where we talk about smart nonsense, dude. You get that microphone right under your puss. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what we say as Chicago Italians, at least. Your puss?
That's your face?
Yeah, your mouth. What's up, Pop? No.
What?
Well,
Just
sometimes
sad?
when not sometimes when I ask you what's up, maybe it's too broad that
Yeah.
I can see the short
Well, I
circuit.
want to answer it honestly. Most people just say, nothing much, dude. You? I want to give you the real truth.
Oh, no.
Well, partly radicalizing, but trying not to, but it's really hard not to. Not really. I don't know. Like fucking. I do like the love. There's a lot of love podcasts, and like a lot of my takes on relationships. Some of them were from this guy, Charlie Kirk, who just got assassinated yesterday. So that's. And then you look at your whole Twitter feed, and that's kind of all there is. So
what should we do about that?
Well, it's kind of. I mean, no, it's
You can manage.
It's fine. No, it's just it's crazy. Like when something happens, it is like all like you can't. This is where like the shutdown thing came from. Like you can't exist on the internet without seeing it,
dude. I'm not going to gloss over that. We're going to dig into that as much or as little as we want.
Well, I didn't mean to though. It's just you asked what's up, and that's what's up.
Well, it's partly why I look like crazy. I was in a colonoscopy yesterday. Routine colonoscopy every year. Everything's fine. Actually, my best colonoscopy ever. So I'm very happy about that.
Congrats.
Knock on wood. But as I was coming out of a fentanyl-induced coma, I had hundreds of texts, many of which were different angles of Charlie Kirk being assassinated. And I was like you're talking about being in a conscious state of mind on Twitter and needing to just like shut down. I didn't know if I was in like a dream state. Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, coming out, I've only been under once when I broke my arm when I was like 11. And dude, you're in La La Land the whole time. No idea what's going on.
Imagine seeing the gore that I saw while in La La Land. No, it was pretty grim.
Huh. Well, that's what's up, dude.
Wow. You ever read the book The Fourth Turning? I keep telling people to read it.
You keep telling. Yeah. It's just like telling people to read a book is just like the craziest ask. So this fucking. But like, dude, like a book couldn't be more of an investment. It's like literally like, hey, all the free time you have this week, spend it on this thing that I'm going to say in passing.
Or yeah, right. For most people, it's like you read like 3 of these a year. Take one of those 3, and it's going to be the one I said to read.
Right.
Well,
I've
also passed around the video summary.
Ideally, you start them with the short. I mean, you don't really have short book summaries very often, but like that's what I do at least with like long interviews is like if there's a snippet, a little clip, and then if they like the clip, it's on their goodwill to get into it.
All right. So I should start with, at a minimum, I should start with the 10-minute Van Neistat Fourth Turning summary. And if you like that, go and read the book.
I didn't even watch that though. But yeah, 10 minutes, dude.
That's kind of, that's at least my Charlie Kirk takeaway. Current event political podcast, which is like, it was another example to me. All right, super quick synopsis. The Fourth Turnings is basically the 4 20-second cycles of history that repeats.
Give a synopsis of Charlie Kirk's
super quick
assassination.
No.
Okay.
4 20-year cycles of history that repeat every 8 years. They're called the 20-year cycles are called turnings, first, second, third, and fourth. The fourth turning that lasts 20 years in an 80-year historical cycle is the fourth turning. It's a period of crisis. It's been this way every single time looking back 80 years. This assassination, to me, was just another example of like this crisis period we're in. And we've been in since about 2008. We're on the tail end of this crisis period, this fourth turning. if that's correct.
I
and
think
then
that's like
there's like
revisionist history.
there's a rebirth. It might be.
It's like, what about 9/11? That's crisis. Like, how do you like, I feel like you can pick anything at any time.
Yeah, could be some survivorship and confirmation bias in there for sure.
I don't know. 80 years. What's 80 years ago? It's 40s.
World War II.
World War II. But what about like Nam? That was pretty gnarly. Korea, the global war on terror. Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's just like every 20 years or something. I don't know. I think it's bullshit. But the guy that's who wrote that? What's his name?
I don't know. It was two people, two professors, I think.
Oh, I respect it even less. Well, okay, dude. So books. So one book that my girlfriend, got a girlfriend. She told me I have to read, which I'm like, okay, fine. Not fine. Like, I'm happy. Like, I'm excited to read a book that you're excited about. Okay. Don't mean to be a sassy cat this early in the morning.
It's 1:30 p.m.
Yeah, she basically wants me to read this book, and I'm like, what's the book? She's like, I want you to read Atlas Shrugged. I'm like, okay. I order the book. It shows up. It's fucking like this, dude. It's a fucking brick.
I have this book. I've tried this book.
Right. So I've been trying it because it's over 1,000 pages long. And it's a lot. But I wake up early, I drop her off at work, and then I read for an hour. That's been my habit for like the last 2 weeks. So I'm a couple hundred pages into this puppy. I'm enjoying it. Don't know how fiction works, but I'm learning. So how it actually works, this is why I wanted to shoot this podcast a week ago, but see if I can summon.
Didn't know it was the Atlas Shrugged pod.
No.
But I'm here. I'm ready. I'm excited.
Well, yeah, it was an emergency Atlas Shrugged pod. So last Friday, I like to read in like a nice place. So I like to go to a park, and there's a couple parks that I like to go to. One of them is Washington Square Park.
That's not a nice park. That is not a nice park. Let's get this straight.
I think probably was at one point.
Yeah. 20 years ago.
Yeah, no idea.
It's lively. All right. It's a gym jamboree during the day, which I can get behind.
I think that's the thing. Okay, so it's pretty because it has a fountain in the middle, some nice like art. I don't know. It's just like
four
fountain in the
corners.
middle, and like it's got corners and like diagonals and like nice things and some foliage and a big arch, and the arch you can see like the Empire State or something. So it's nice, pretty. And I like to go there, and like there's a lot of riffraff, maybe midday, but I'm coming at like 9:30, 10 in the morning. So it's like pre-riffraff. I actually joked to you like before. It's like before the crackheads sort of wake up and like come to. I'll actually like see the zombies kind of like coming alive. I think I tried to enact it on a call like the day before or something. There was one fucking zombie, and he just like.
No, you weren't enacting it. You were being chased when we were on the phone. It was sundown.
But no, I was being chased, and as I was being chased, I was telling a story the day before when I saw this. I'll try and do it right quick because we're on the phone, but you never really saw it. It just looks like this.
Okay. This was me yesterday, by the way, on medically.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, yep, there you are.
Hold on.
Okay. Oh.
Fuck, dude. I don't know. It hurts my head to do it, but it's like a really rapid like jerk your full body. Like
It's
one
a
leg
jerk
kicks
kick.
up and his head like it looks like he's being exercised. Is that what is exercise?
Yeah.
But that sounds too much like he's getting a workout in.
Spelled different. Homophone.
Yeah. So yeah, there's some of that, but like come at the right time. I've been going for like a week. No, she's fine. So I go to the park. I usually ride my bike there, and then I like sit, get my Atlas Shrugged, kick up my legs on the bike. I'm relaxing, right? I'm reading the book, and it's early, so there's maybe like one guy on a couple benches down from me, and like two girls on a bench across from me. Reading my book, having a good time. And as I'm reading, this like a weird like loud like sort of bike screech noise that just it like kind of cuts across my field of view and then like screeches and kind of like gets my attention or everyone's attention around and then stops. Jesus, I'm out of breath from doing the fucking zombie.
Take your time. Take your time. Let's pick back up at the screech. I'm a little behind that you sat down. Like, there are so many nicer places and parks, the West Side Highway being one, read.
I'll show a picture.
There's like a drum set in the park. There's like people playing trumpet.
No. I think you're misunderstanding it. That's like
is that 4 p.m.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, 4.
Okay.
Like the world isn't. It's also like a work day, so it's different.
Okay.
It's literally like the park's pretty much empty, so it's like actually pretty pleasant.
Okay, I can get over it.
Yeah,
Union,
it's totally different vibe.
Union Square, Flatiron. That's a nice park. Union Park.
Yeah, here I'll show. This is from a day before. I guess I'll use B-roll too. This is kind of what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Oh, but you got the inner game of tennis, not Atlas Shrugged.
That's because it was a day or two before. That was our first book, so I read that one. Now I got to read Atlas Shrugged.
Okay, book club.
Yeah, book club. So whatever, sit on the bench enjoying it. The screech happens, kind of weird, like gets my attention, probably everyone's, but then like not a big deal. Just a little screech, like someone's coming to like park their bike and hang out. But like, I don't. It's just like a weird vibe, like kind of like the bike screeched and it's parked like just a tad too close. Like
to what?
So it's like me and then this guy on another bench, maybe like 20 feet away, to me. Like he kind of like screeched and parked his bike like 8 feet away from me, when it should have been like 10 feet away from me, like perfectly in the middle. Wasn't quite in the midpoint, and it's just kind of like lingering there. So I'm like, okay,
what
cool.
kind of bike?
Read my book.
Like a Yamaha motorcycle or a crotch?
No. This is a Blue City bike.
Okay.
And it kind of just like passed in my periphery, so I wasn't really paying attention. And then screeched. I'm like, okay, someone just like parking to hang out and like.
So a bicycle.
Maybe read a book too. Oh yeah, a bicycle.
A bicycle.
Blue City bike isn't the one that's powered. So okay, loud screech, little too close for comfort. I'm like, all right, let me at least like look up and see what I'm working with here. Look up and it's like, I can't really tell because it's like someone with like they have like a hood on and stuff, and their backs to me, and they got like a lot of like clothes in the basket. And I'm like, huh, okay. It's kind of like giving like homeless vibes or something a little bit, but I can't see everything.
Like a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff.
Traveling
and
with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they're kind of just like moving weird. So
I'm
getting
like
a little
your
uncomfy.
stories. I don't like your stories at all. They're so uncomfy.
Really? Yeah, but it's like really nice in the park and there are like people around. So I'm like, okay, I'm uncomfy, but there's like always like crackheads here or whatever. Like, worst case, it's a crackhead. I'm just going to like, at this point, I'm feeling a little comfy. I'm going to get my bike and I'm just going to go to like a different part of the park. And this happened literally the night before when we were on the phone. I'm like, oh, they're coming close. I'm going to move to a different park. Happens all the time.
Awareness.
But as I'm like, yeah, I'm getting up to then move to a different part of the park. But like, okay, first thing, and I'm trying to like channel the feelings and they're all like coming to me. So like, bear with me here.
Oh, PTSD.
Because a week ago. But like, there's a thing with like crackheads where it's almost like a dinosaur that like senses movement. So you don't want to really like spook it. So at first I'm like, should I get up and like start to leave, or is that gonna like alert it?
Would it actually alert it? It's, I think, I haven't done crack myself, but it's like this, they fixate on something, right? And if you become that fixation, it's pretty easy to get rid of the fixation too. Just like, I've had to do that in the past, just kind of yell at them, and then they like, they get spooked and get fixated on like on their feet or something. But I get that feeling, which is like, if I do too much, I'm gonna become the fixation.
Right. And I did not want to become the fixation. But at this point, I was like just uncomfy enough to like overcome that. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get up and move. So I start getting up. And as I get up, I hear this like crackhead who I can't really see still. He's like kind of touching himself all over, like feeling around for something. And I hear him say, "Donde está mi punta?" Which the word punta means like tip. Which basically means, where is my knife? or shank technically. So where's my shank? And like, that's not a good thing to hear from the guy that's like 6 feet away from you. So at this point, I kind of like grab my bike, and I have my backpack too. I grab my bike, and I'm like going to leave, and that's when the fixation happens.
Oh no,
Dude.
not the punta fixation, dude.
So he turns to me. He's like, "Stop," and I'm like,
In English?
"Yeah, in English, stop."
I don't like your stories, Pop. I don't like them,
dude. I see him. So he says, "Stop." We turn. We make eye contact. Dude, his eyes like they're like a little bit cross-eyed, and one is like it's not only like bloodshot. It's like literally half the eyeball is just blood. Like it just looks like it's like his
missing
whole
an
eye
eyeball? It's just a
no,
socket?
like his eye is there. It's just like half, like one half of it is just like it's like almost like wet blood. Like it's not like veiny blood. It's like just like the whole thing is just filled with blood.
Hang on. So half of the eye, it's not bloodshot half of the eye.
No, it's like you fill in the eye.
I have one more question before we fill in the eye. I also have a cousin who was born without an eyeball. And without that, you have really just an empty socket if they don't have an eye in there. My cousin has a prosthetic eye, like a fake glass eye. When it's not in there, it's like a bloody hole. It's not bloody, it's like dark and red.
He definitely had an eye.
Definitely had an eyeball. Half of it's wet blood.
Yeah, it just like it doesn't look like an allergy eye. It's like scary blood eye. Like it kind of the dude looked like from Snow White. There's like this evil queen witch lady or something in the mirror with like a hood, and she's like scary looking, but it's like Disney. This guy just looks like the fucking real life crack version of that. Really scary. So he says, "Stop." And now like, okay, fucking stop. And he starts like approaching me. He gets closer. He goes from like 8 feet to 6 to 5. And I'm like, I'm like, no, dude, I'm just gonna go. He's like, how much is the bike?
Oof.
And I'm like, right after he said he's looking for he doesn't know that I speak Spanish, so he doesn't know that I like heard him. But I know that he now presumably has a knife somewhere on him. Says, how much is the bike? I'm like, I don't know, dude. And I like turn my back to go. And he's like, no, dude, how much is the bike? And now he's got like his shirt over this. He's like now like 3 feet away and just coming at me like fucking, I don't know how to like dead eye in the camera, but like just looks
like I have
this.
something in here. Yeah, like.
Yeah, I can't see if he like found the knife that he was looking for, but like he does have a knife on him. And now he's like 3 feet away pointing, and I'm on my bike, and I'm like, dude.
Is your bike on?
It's currently not on because I've been there for like 20 minutes or so, which is good for reasons we'll get into.
Oh, no.
But he approaches me, and I'm like, I don't know, you just like, whatever. I start like backing away from the bike, and then he's just like making eye contact with me as he's like gets onto my bike.
Whew.
And
Pop, you gotta stop, Pop.
Just like a random Friday, dude.
And so, like, one thing I know about the bike to set the scene is, like, one, it takes a while to turn on. And two, it's really it takes a while to turn on. It's really slow and heavy. Yeah. And doesn't it take, like, 5-7 seconds to turn on once you flip the switch?
There's also,
Pop, I don't like this.
I guess I just showed the bike, so there's maybe a little spoiler. But it's in a different way than you think. So
Smart,
yeah, I don't
though.
like it either.
Dude.
I'm like, dude, it's a bike. Like honestly, like this whole time, I think because I got robbed before. Listen to that episode if you want like the lively Dylan. I was a banshee back then. This time I'm not a banshee. I'm a cucumber, dude. A cool cucumber the whole time. Just because I've been here before. I know I have an AirTag on this thing, so like, okay. I'm basically thinking I'll let this guy steal it, and then I'll find him. I'll hunt him down. I'll fucking get him like the banshee.
You gotta keep your distance.
But yeah, I'm like, the one thing is like he's kind of looks like he's like on drugs, so like I'm not really afraid. Like I think I'm faster than him. Like if he like lunged or something, like I think I'm okay there distance wise. But I start like backing away, And he's like telling me like, no, dude, it's all good. Everything's all good. He's just like getting on the bike. I then see like he gets on the bike, but I had my backpack with like my laptop and like iPad and notebook and everything in it, like in the basket of my bike. So I'm like, fuck, I don't want him to steal that too. And that I have a tracker on that too, but it's like also annoying and you could find it. So I'm like, hey dude, can I just have my backpack? And surprisingly, he was like, I think he was so fixated on the bike at this point that he's like, yeah, take it. And so I like have to step in and I'm kind of scared like he might fucking lunge at me. But I go and like I grab it, no lunging, but like as I'm taking away, he's like, wait, no, let me wipe my fingerprints off. And so now I'm like,
he's handing you the backpack?
Yeah, he's handing me the backpack. I take it. Then he realizes, oh wait, my fingerprints are on it. He wants it back. So then I like kind of like give it back to him, but it's in between us. And now he's like using his like jacket and shirt to wipe.
Can you see
backpack.
He doesn't have a knife?
No, he's just doing it with like one of the hand, like his free hand. Like I don't know, it was just really weird. So I get my backpack. I'm like, okay, at least
he
I have
wipes
that.
his fingerprints. Wipes his fingerprints.
Yeah, I don't fuck. Yeah, there's no way. He probably got more fingerprints on it.
Right.
But now I see like there's the guy and the two girls from before that were on the benches, like watching this whole thing. And I see like this guy, like he got up because he like sees I'm being robbed. The two girls, one of the girls is like recording on her phone.
Be nice to call 911, but
yeah, this is kind of like a takeaway I will do by the end. Like it's really good to actually have like photos and videos, especially when you're like trying to catch people. So I didn't even realize that was super helpful. But I like calmly sort of walk over to them. I'm like, excuse me, I need help. I'm being robbed. Can you please call 911? Like
cool
in the most calm,
dude.
cool cucumber, dude. It was, I actually felt really proud of myself, like after the fact. I don't know. I just like I wasn't really scared. I'm just like, this is a situation. I'm a Navy SEAL. What is it? Slow is smooth and smooth is, so I don't know what it is.
Fast.
Fast. So that they then like get on the phone to call, and this guy starts like, actually he's like still there trying to like figure out the bike because it's heavy.
It's heavy and slow.
Yeah.
It's not a bike you just pedal away. That's always been I'm like, if somebody takes this bike and it's off, like
right.
It's kind of a duck. Like it's a shitty pedal bike.
Right. Super
Especially
shitty.
Yours is even heavier.
Super heavy. I got the basket and like it's low, so you don't get good leverage on the pedals. Now the other guy, so the girls are like calling 911. The other guy that was there, he's like around my age probably too, or our age. I'm like, I kind of hit him with like, hey, what do you think I should do? Because he's kind of like more removed. Maybe he's thinking more clearly than me. I don't think he had a great answer. But like the one thing I know about the park is the last time I got robbed.
It ended there.
With this bike, it ended there. And I got the guy because I found cops in the park that then helped me arrest the guy. So like we kind of like agreed like we're going to look for cops around the area in the park. But I like do like I scan, you can see pretty far. I look towards the fountain. I like don't see anybody. I look towards the statue, no one there. I'm like, there are no fucking cops in this park right now. And I come to realize later, they don't actually staff the park with cops until noon.
When it gets crazy.
Yeah, rightfully so. But I'm like, oh, the crackheads know this because they like live in the park, so they know it's fucking mayhem up until noon. Anything's possible. So I don't see the cops. And now the guy starts pedaling away, like this thief, scary criminal dude. He starts like pedaling away. And now, maybe I'll pose the question to you. What would you do, Belky, in this situation?
Girls have called the cops.
Girls have called the cops.
They've got witness footage, pics, etc. There's no cops nearby. My answer is like call the pursue, huh?
Pursue.
You pursue from a distance.
I grabbed his bike.
Oh no, I wouldn't put my fingerprints on that bike. No. You grabbed
with all his messy clothes and stuff. I wanted to keep it with me just to like have maybe they can fucking ID that somehow.
I would. Yeah, so it's tough. I'd maybe exchange numbers with the people that saw and then pursue from a distance. But that's only thinking really clearly right now.
Yeah. In retrospect, that would have been helpful, especially because I would have had their like photos and videos and stuff, and they could maybe send it to me, and I could show the police.
And if they ever
got
got a hold of the police,
right,
and you were somewhere else by that point.
Yeah. So there are definitely, and one thing I didn't even realize was like I could call the police and like be on the phone talking to them. I think what happened was last time this happened and I was pursuing, I called the police and they're like, we can't help you. Call like 311. I'm like, what do you mean 311? I'm like trying to find this guy. Like, oh, if you don't see him, like we can't come to help you.
Right. They want you to file a stolen bike report.
I know. I'm like, you're never going to get him if you file a fucking stolen bike report.
Pursue.
So I pursue, dude. I get the bike and I'm on this like light city bike. So it's really ironic because like I just end up like biking side by side with this guy. He's going so slow and I'm just there. And so I catch him like
you're 10 feet behind on the phone with the police. Like I'm pursuing this. Like I'm right behind this guy.
I know. I really should have called. I don't know why I didn't call. Kind of in my head, I'm like, I'm just going to like follow him until I find a cop myself. And it's a lot easier like when you find, like, it's just hard to coordinate cops and like, especially when you're moving, like how do you know cross streets and everything?
So you wanted to find like a cop standing outside a coffee shop or like a parked squad car.
Right.
During your pursuit.
And I'm be like, that guy's on my bike, get him. So we curl out of the park, just me and him. And I'm like, hey dude, just put down my bike and I'm not going to get the cops involved.
Smart, semi-smart.
Maybe. And he's like sort of in his crack stupor. He's like, no, dude, I need $25 for my girlfriend's medications. And I'm like, that was the one time I'm pissed I didn't have cash on me because I could have just been like, here's $25 and then like maybe.
Or give him, or in hindsight, give him a credit card and shut it down.
Yeah, in hindsight.
Like give him
usually
something, like almost like a decoy.
This
just
is from
like, here, dude, use this. You give him an Amex Gold, get your shit back.
Yeah, but then I'm back in like arm's length.
Yeah,
I could have probably put it on the ground or something. It's just like a lot to process in the moment. Cool cucumber though. So I'm like trying to do that, and he's like trying to like evade me, but like just because he's on crack, like he doesn't. Well, I don't even know if he's on crack, but he's like not all there. So he starts going down this one road, and I see like this big sort of delivery truck that kind of like he picks the wrong way and gets kind of like caught in between it. It's kind of hard to describe, but like we're going the wrong way down a one-way road. Delivery truck is there. He's like on this other side and kind of like he's struggling with the heavy bike and it's cobblestone. And so like I kind of have time to, I go to the delivery driver. I'm like their window's up. I'm like, can you window down? He like brings the window down. I'm like, hey, this guy just stole my bike. Can you help me get him? And like, sort of like they started to open the door and process, but this guy had already like skirted behind and now he's like going up the road. I'm like, I'm not going to get this guy in a hot pursuit with me. A fucking hot pursuit. It's like 10 miles an hour max. And it's just, dude, it's
dumbest
like,
pursuit.
It was literally, it's the weirdest feeling. One, yeah, slow and dumb. And it's like, what is this pursuit? I don't really know what to do, but it's like a weird scenario where for you, this is like a really weird, fucked up, like crazy situation. But for the rest of the world, it's just like two dudes biking down the road.
Certainly in New York, like nobody's paying attention to anything.
I don't know how to describe that feeling.
Because this shit happens all the time.
Yeah, or like you're not
it's just like
normally well, like this isn't even like, it's not clear. Like I'm not yelling like this is the guy. Like they just have literally no idea. And so they're just going about their life. And I'll like this guy's going down sidewalks and down the like wrong way of streets. And so like cars are honking and I'm like trying to like keep up with them and stuff.
Wait,
so
dude,
they all think I'm fucking crazy.
We need the footage from those girls.
Don't have that footage. But after I try to stop the
B-roll
delivery guys,
ever have.
I have B-roll.
Yes.
Not of the original like knife and stuff.
Yeah.
But he was biking and it's fucking comical. But like he's biking and I'm we'll play the footage. But I'm basically like, hey, this crackhead has my bike, and then you see him like turn onto Broadway. And he starts like biking down Broadway and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this guy. Like I'm just like kind of venting and he's going real slow and he's got his jacket on and he's like turning around to like look at me. And I'm like, I don't know, I'll figure it out. And I just end the video.
Another lesson, you always, I think this is from Tim Ferriss, but you have to have the $100 bill, get out of jail free, in your wallet at all times. In any country in the world, when anything happens, that is like the symbol of power and currency. And you can pretty much get out of any situation with it.
Right. And this I totally could have. For like, I used to do that. It's actually from this guy, Everyday Spy. I forget his real name, but he's like a CIA guy
with the curly hair,
long hair. Yeah. So I spent that $100 at some point and just never replenished it. So that's my bad. But now I'm in hot pursuit. So going down Broadway, and it's like a busier street, and I'm just biking. I'm following him, and he's like trying to like cut through different side streets and stuff. I'm just trying, like, I'm staying with him because he's not that fast. And then he like gets to Houston Street. So like Broadway and Houston is like 2-3 lanes wide. And it's almost like a highway going across. And now he goes through the highway, and it's like fucking, he goes through cause he's not obeying any traffic laws. And so now I gotta like risk my life. I'm like, fuck, I'm getting probably too risky. Cause like fucking cars are coming like 40 miles an hour at me and like honking as I'm trying to find this guy. But I see there's this cop car. And I get fucking stoked, dude. I'm like, that's my boy. I got this guy. And I go up to the cop, and like as I roll up, because it's at like a red light, as I roll up, and I still got this guy in sight, but he's pedaling away, so he's getting farther and farther. I have the cop, same thing, like roll down the windows. I look and I see it's a traffic cop. So I'm like, are you even a real cop? I'm like, I don't know if you can arrest people, but this guy just stole my bike. And like as I'm telling him like what's going on, the light turns green, and now like 40-mile-an-hour car. I'm like in the middle of this highway. 40-mile-an-hour cars are like coming at me, and they're fucking honking. And I'm like, that guy stole my car or my bike, whatever. And he's confused as fuck because he was just doing his business.
Doing tickets.
So, I don't know. I don't know what he was doing, but I say that, and he just has like this useless look to him. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go get him. And I just take off biking because I didn't want to lose the guy. Because once I like don't have him in sight, then I have to go off the pings on the AirTag, which updates
and
like every 2 minutes.
We know how that goes.
It's never good. That was
the guy's
so I'm avoiding
manually pedaling the bike still, right?
Right. So in my head,
slow and dumb. I cannot overstate how slow that bike is.
I know you'll have seen the video at this point. But he's going, and I'm like trying to keep like I actually wanted him to like think that he lost me so that he'd get more comfortable, and then I could like track him better. So I was kind of like staying out of the way. But the thing I'm avoiding is him. If he like gets away and figures out how to turn on the bike, it's now a million times more difficult. It's like he can go 20 miles an hour and just zip anywhere in the city. And then like the tracking is just never going to catch him because it's always
so you almost don't want to give him time. Like it's probably better that he's like constantly looking back trying to see if you're pursuing than letting him stop and be like, oh, this is a big ass battery, this is probably an electric bike, oh, it's got throttle, how do I turn this on?
Exactly. And so that's why I had to ditch the cop, because the cop was taking too long to process and the guy was getting away. So I had to like fucking go through and the highway, like this guy got through, and now the fucking so I don't know, dude, it was Frogger. But I get through, and I'm kind of losing sight of him. But as I'm like losing sight of him, I see like real cops, like 2 real cops planted. And so I roll up on them, and I'm like, hey guys. And as I go to like stop them, I look up, this guy stole my bike, and I go to like point, and I just like, I no longer see the guy. I'm like, fuck, dude. And it's like a 3-way intersection, so he could have gone any of 3 ways. And now like he's not in sight, so the cops are looking, and I'm like, oh, he was just there. Like I think he went this way. And
dude,
the cops
it's like an old like Three Stooges cartoon. He was just there. I think he went that way. He must have gone that way.
It was so painful because I'm like, because you kind of get him up to speed, because again, it's like out of nowhere. And so what happened was basically he gets away, and now I'm talking to the cops, and I give them like more of the lowdown. I'm like, he stole my bike. I have a tracker. I no longer see him, but like I can look at the tracker, and I'm like, dude, I'm telling the cops, I'm like, this guy is like 2 blocks away, and it looks like he's stopped, like he hasn't been moving, because we spent like 2 minutes and update again. He was in the same spot. I'm like, can we just like run to him right now, like literally 2 blocks away, and like get him? And this was the most frustrating thing ever. The cops are like, Oh, no. See, he crossed Houston Street, so he's now in another precinct.
Bruh.
I'm like, bruh, dude, so there's this crazy, this was like the perfect robbery where Broadway and Houston is like this intersection that splits 4 precincts.
Oh
like that
my
is
God,
the perfect, like, he is jumping precincts.
Who cares?
I'm
It's
like,
Manhattan.
yeah, dude, I'm like,
It's too. Who cares? And what are the cops doing? Can they at least detain him and then call in that precinct?
that's what I'm saying.
Like-
I'm saying, like, can we? And I don't want to be like, it's cops, and I'm trying to like lead them in this. I'm like, he's right here. Can we just go? Because I'm afraid he'll turn on the bike, and it's gonna be really hard to get him. But they're like, no, actually, we just heard over the phone, like, there are cops in precinct 1, which is where we started. They're in precinct 2. They're like, the cops in precinct 1. They kind of like piece together that this was the bike theft. They're like, they're gonna come to us, and then we're gonna arrest them, because that's like in their precinct. It's just easier. They're not gonna be long. Let's just wait here.
They got the phone call from those women or the guy.
The women called 911
Originally?
but it goes out to kind of everyone in the area, and so they heard about this situation. Okay. So they pieced together that precinct 1 is handling this. They're precinct 2, and so they're like, precinct 2 could go and get the guy right now before he figures out how to turn on the bike. Which I'm like, can we do that? And they're like, no, precinct 1, they're coming our way right now. And I'm like, okay, dude, but like, what the? Can we just go get him? And so he says this, but like, dude, fucking precinct 1 is coming from Washington Square Park. It takes like a minute passes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and now like by the time it actually it's been literally like 10 minutes until fucking precinct 1 figures out where we are. And now I look at the map, and this guy's already fucking moving again, but now he's moving fast.
No, dude.
Dude, I was so pissed, but I'm like trying to be a cool cucumber, especially for the police. But the precinct 1 comes up, and it's the crazy thing though. They roll up with like 5 squad cars.
Oh,
it is like all of precinct 1.
You couldn't get that level of participation last time.
Right. I was struggling,
So
but
precinct
now it's like
1 was ready.
They were. Because I think one thing I learned after is like the precinct is West Village, and there's like nothing really going on in like West Village, Greenwich Village. Like it's pretty chill. So this was like, oh, an armed robbery. Like fucking fire us up, because it's also like my bike's worth like $3,000, $4,000. So it's like actually elevates to that level. So they have like the whole fucking police force come out, and they basically show up. I give them the lowdown again. I'm like, okay, get in the back of the squad car. We're gonna get this guy. So now I'm in with 2 cops. They're driving, and we got like 4 squad cars behind us.
Dude, this is your dream come true. Were the sirens on?
True, dude. Sirens, dude. Yeah, we're going like. I didn't fully realize like cops literally like traffic laws don't apply to them. Like they just put on their fucking siren and they'll go down the opposite way down streets. Like, and there's also like 4 of us, so they're like hitting from all angles and everything. And now I'm in the back. I got the tracker. And I'm trying to tell them, I'm like, hey, this dude's on what is it? It's like Thompson and fucking, I don't know.
5th.
Whatever. Thompson, Broadway,
Pursuit.
whatever it is. Yeah, so we're going in pursuit, and like, now it's kind of, okay, so here's the problem. 1, it's good, because like more eyes. They still don't know what this guy looks like. I'm telling them like, I have like video and photo of this guy on the bike. I know exactly what he looks like. How can I share it with you? And they're like trying to get me to like, I'm like, can I airdrop it or text you? And they're like, no, like that's not allowed. Also, my footage is kind of like big, so I think it'd be blurry. So like, I tried to email, and the email was failing, and I'm like, fuck, these other squad cars just don't even know what this guy looks like. So it's like kind of like it's all on like me basically to identify this guy. I was trying to show her the thing, but it was just difficult. But we're rolling up, and we go to we're like mobbing through the city. It's kind of hard to get to this one spot where the last ping was. We get there, and we had to like go down the wrong way on streets. It's like causing chaos everywhere. Then I'm like, I think like we're right on the dot, like where it is. And so I'm like, guys, I think he's here. Should I get out and like find him?
Or no, it's
and
this.
I go to like, yeah.
Stop.
And I want to get out and find him, but the cops like, because it's a cop car, they have to like get out and then like let me out because I'm locked in. So they let me out, and now I'm like, keep in mind, there's like 10 police officers with 5 squad cars, and they're all like eyes on me as I'm just like looking for this guy everywhere. And it's like, dude, it's like a lot of pressure on me. And I'm like, I'm just depending on this technology. And the last pin was like 3 minutes ago. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I hope he's here.
It could
I
be
look
inside
around
a
at all the
building.
bikes. Yeah, that's what I was hoping. And then ping comes back and he's like 6 blocks off. And I'm like, dude, I don't know how to explain that feeling, but it's such like a weird, like you're in control, but also helpless at the same time with these
And
pings.
you've got so many resources
I know.
following your stupid fucking story.
I know. And they're all trusting me. And so this was actually one of my smarter moves. And it wasn't like intentional. It just kind of made more sense at the time. But I realized like I cannot be in control of this phone. Like I cannot be the person that is like responsible for tracking because they're just going to like believe me less. So I give my phone to the woman in the shotgun seat. I'm like, here's the tracker. This is the bike, like the bike AirTag thing. Just follow that wherever that goes. And so she takes it. And now she's like
Calling
on the
out.
walkie-talkie, calling it out. So I was actually fired up because now she's got like skin in the game. And like if the guy isn't where the ping is, then it's kind of on her, which it really feels good. Now she's just invested. And I'm like, fuck yeah, get her invested. I learned later she is like the local like police chief too for that area. I just happened to like get lucky there. So everyone's like all listening to her. We're mobbing through the streets. But this ping, it's just like, go to a location, look for him, not there. Ping's over here. Now all go there. And we're trying to take the most efficient route, so we're going on the wrong way on streets. Like, they're looking at every bike in the area. They're like, we hit like a traffic jam, and they're like driving like on the bike lane, like down the bike lane with the fucking giant squad car going like 30 miles an hour. It's fucking crazy. But like after 10 minutes of this, I'm like, dude, I don't know how long they're going to just like listen to this ping, and like I'm worried they're just going to give up.
Or you jump another precinct. Imagine
I think
that.
at this point, like now
they're
I
moving.
don't know, they've given up on that because they kind of get it. But so I'm worried they're just gonna give up. I'm also worried like one good thing about having 5 squad cars is a lot of eyes just looking out. Again, they don't know what the fuck he looks like. I'm now worried that they're gonna like extra spook him, because like before, if you don't have like sirens on, or they don't even know, like it's not a lot of cop cars causing chaos, like you could kind of like sneak up on the guy and he might be like, more chill. But now he's on edge because he hears like a fucking million squad cars from blocks away and like sirens going everywhere. And so we're pinging, we're going all around. We're like closer to Flatiron at this point. And we get this one ping. We go to that area and we see this guy on a bike with a jacket, like the same looking jacket that this guy had, but he's like 100 yards in the distance, but biking. And we get fucking amped up. The guy that's driving fucking floors it. Like,
How do you know?
like,
Were you like,
because I showed them the videos. Like no one else, no
Okay,
other squad
okay.
car could see. He knows what he looks like.
so they're like, that's it.
Yeah, it just like looked like the right thing. And floors it. Like we're going like fucking like 60 miles an hour in like a 20 mile an hour zone. And we fucking roll up to this guy, and then I see he's riding a fucking city bike. I'm like, oh, it's not him. It's not. It's like
Okay, it's not
a
him.
guy in a very similar jacket riding a city bike. I panic, whatever. It's just like really frustrating, and you feel like so out of your control. So we keep tracking it. Pings one more time in East Village now, and we like drive to East Village.
That's
and,
another like 5 blocks.
10 or so.
So it's
The pings are just like every
It's
3
deli-
minutes.
Oh.
And he's going 20 miles an
because
hour.
AirTags aren't real time. So like when I track Athena, because it's her phone, I can see live and I can see movement live.
Right.
But the AirTag's only pinging off of other other iPhones.
Yeah.
Probably every 5
Yeah.
minutes.
Usually, like, it's around every 3 minutes. But when you're going 20 miles an hour, 3 minutes, did we do that math? 20 miles
It's
divided by
10,
20.
you know.
That's you go a mile.
Mm.
Is that real? That's real. You go a mile.
And you guys stop at every ping, like just in case.
Right. And so
it's-
we get there. Yeah. Just in case. And then he's a mile away. So now we got to drive a mile that way. Then he's a mile this way. And it's like, I can feel like they're losing hope. But eventually it pings. And then we like start going to that location, and the sort of 3 minutes it updates again, and it pings in the same spot. I'm like, oh fuck, we might have him. So we like finally like all converge on this area. We roll up, like everyone like jumps out of the car, goes there, and it's just my bike. I'm like, so one, like a good thing it's my bike, but like where's the fucking guy that had me at knife point? So they're like, they run down the block, and it's again like 10 officers like running everywhere in every direction.
But again,
trying to
like
get people
probably
security
3 minutes
cameras.
late, you know?
Totally. And so this guy's just gone. No one's seen where he's gone. But we have the bike. I'm like, okay. All right, whatever. Like, fucking, I'm in my heart. I'm like, I hate this motherfucker. I want to like get him. Like, it pisses me off that he had me at knife point and like, just like chased around the city, whatever. But they're kind of like, it just like in the moment, I'm like, damn, like an ounce of cure. Like me and that cop just going like 2 blocks to get this guy would have been like, now this guy's gone. Like, we're never going to find him. And now they're like trying to fingerprint my bike. So they like get some special
No,
van
he
to
wiped
come and
those,
do that.
dude. He obviously wiped those.
So I'm just like pissed, and they're trying to take reports and like look at security footage and what, I don't know, whatnot. And after like 20 minutes of just waiting there, they're like, we don't know where he is. He's gone. Let's bring you back to the precinct, and you'll give a report to the investigator. And so like, okay, they give me a ride back to the precinct. I sit there for another like 30, 40 minutes, just like giving a report of what happened. The investigator comes out, takes all the notes, but like, it's kind of that feeling of like, they're kind of just like checking the boxes. Like they're not actually going to go out and try and find this guy. It's just in case he like shows up.
Yeah. If he shows up from something else, and then they can tie him to that.
Yeah. So like they finish with the report. Then they're like, okay, the cop's going to take you back to your bike, and then you can like be free or whatever. Like, okay. But it's also like noon, voice crack, no, noon on the dot. And the guy like just sat down to have lunch, and he's like, can you wait for me to finish my lunch? And I just kind of like wait for like 30 minutes. And I'm like, I kind of got like shit to do, dude. That's why I kept missing my calls, because I was just in the precinct and chasing this guy.
Oh, that's the morning you were like caught up in something not going to make.
Yeah.
It's like 8 a.m. You're
Yeah.
like caught up in what'd you say? You're like caught up in a storm of events or something.
I forget. You
Dude.
can probably find it. It was just.
I was
yeah.
like, what? Like a tornado?
So yeah, the cop finally finishes his lunch around 12:30, and he drives me back to his bike. And you know, we started this whole thing at like 9:30. So like 3 hours, I go get my bike, and it was kind of cool, dude. Also, like there was no rush, but this guy's just like turning on his siren, going through lights, and like going down the wrong way of streets, and like I'm like kind of like an abuse of power here, but could have just driven down the normal way. But he drops me off at the bike. Don't mean to say abuse of power, dude. I like these people. They're my friends. They really went out of their way to help me. So I get my bike, and
FYI, I'm caught in stuff right now. Doubt I can make call in an hour.
what time was that?
9:58 a.m. Central, so
Oh.
11 in the morning. Were you in the back of a squad car at that point?
I might have been.
11.
I took a video of myself in the back of the squad car. I can see if I can get the time on that. So the squad car, let's see, that was at 11 a.m. 10:58 a.m. I was in the squad car.
Yeah.
So I might have texted you from the squad car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, I didn't. Also, this is like, I've only told this story to 2 people, and they were like kind of strangers, and so like no one really knows about this story still. So yeah, I get my bike back, but I'm like in my heart, I'm still pissed. I'm like personally angry that this guy like threatened to stab me and took my bike. And so in my head, I'm like, it's been kind of an hour since he ditched the bike, at least. Like the fucking crackheads from Washington Square Park, like he's probably there. And like the cops, I'm kind of pissed. Like the cops, we do like a drive-by, but they weren't like really trying to look and find this guy. Even though I'm telling them like, hey, I had my bike stolen 2 years ago, and I found them at the chess sets in Washington Square Park. Maybe he's there.
Oh,
and
all roads lead to chess in Washington Square Park.
Legit. But the cops now gone. I'm just on my own, and I'm like, I'm biking back. And so basically, I text you around then, and I'm like, Belky, I think we got to shoot like a pod. And you're like, emergency pod. But you were going to the airport, and you're like, oh, I can call in. And I'm like, let me just like wait till later, figure it out, whatever. And you're basically like, it
wasn't gonna work.
Pod to happen.
It wasn't gonna work. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna like rush into the studio or whatever. I'm going to go out and I'm going to find this motherfucker. So I'm on my bike and I ride back towards Washington Square Park. I do a lap around the park, just like on my bike on the street, just like looking to see if I can see in and see a guy that looks like him. I go by and I don't really see anything. And I'm like, ah, fuck. So I go park my bike and I'm like, I'm just going to walk through. And now part of the thing is like, I haven't changed. And I was actually wearing like a nice collared shirt and like nice pants from the night before.
Out all night, huh?
I like
All
look
day, all
good
night.
and I was very like recognizable. So I was a little bit worried. I was like, if I'm walking through the park like looking for this guy, he might like see me from behind and like fucking come up and shank me. Like I don't fucking know. Like he knows that I'm kind of in pursuit of him. So I was like worried. I was kind of on edge, but like walking through the park. I go by the chess set. I'm like looking, and this crackhead's fucking everywhere, dude. But I'm like walking by the chess sets. I don't see him. I'm like walking through. I like cross some little median area into a different quadrant of the park. I'm starting to look at the crackheads, and then I kind of catch out of the corner of my eye like a face that looked like a little bit like the guy. Like I can't really tell because he was turned away from me and completely different outfit, and like this sort of like hat, something on his head. And like I walk by him and like a couple other crackheads around on the bench, and like I don't want to look. But one thing, this is actually a really helpful tip I didn't think about before, but when I was in the squad car, and I was showing them the photos, they made sure that I zoomed in on the guy's shoes. Just surprising. I'm like, why do you do that? And it's like, well, sometimes they'll like take off a jacket, but they never change their shoes. I'm like, oh, whoa. So I walked by this guy and he had black shoes on when he robbed me. And now I look and I see like, I can't really tell. It was like black shoes and white sole. I just see like a kind of black shoe. And he like kind of vaguely looked like he might have been him. But I also didn't get a good look the first time because he had a hood on.
What
So
about
I walked
the eye?
by. No idea. I couldn't see the eye. I walk by and I'm like, I think that might be him. And I like cut around the park and like I loop around. And like, I assume like everyone that I just walked past like saw me. So I'm kind of worried like if it was him, is he going to get spooked and run or whatever? So I cut over and I see like now it's past noon. So there are now cops in the park. And so I go to, there's like two cops over here and then basically like two cops plus this like guy in all green. I think it's like a city, like a park dude, but I thought that all green meant like he was some higher up. So I go to the three cops over there and I'm like, hey guys, I don't know if you heard, but like I had my bike stolen recently. I'm like, yeah, everyone in the area heard. Like it was like the biggest event. I'm like, okay, great. I think I see the guy on the bench over there. And again, I'm like, I really didn't get a good profile of this guy's face because I was trying to like not make eye contact and spook him or anything. And like, I'm very identifiable. And the cop's like, okay, how sure are you?
You also don't want to be wrong, right? This is like
Yeah.
the issue of profiling, and like you
I
want
mean,
to
I don't
be
give a fuck
at
about
this
that,
point,
but
but like you want to be.
It'd just be
you wanna right.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
And if they like roll up on this guy, I'm really like it. He said like, are you sure? And I'm like, I'm not sure. And I'm like, yeah, I think it's him. And like, he's like, what percent? I'm like, I kind of just like made 90% up. Like it totally wasn't 90%. But he's like, okay. They get like the other two cops. Now we're like 5 cops here, but they're trying to like, yeah, okay, the big green guy. But the green guy's like making sure that I'm not within eyesight of this, who I think the guy is. And so he's like kind of like shielding me. And we're huddled, come up with a game plan. There's like 2 cops. They're going to go around in the street and come from that side. And then we're going to come from that side and fucking roll up on this guy. And again, I'm like, fucking dude, I don't even know if it's the guy. And so they start walking to the street. And then right when they get to the point, they walkie-talkie. They're like, okay, let's go. So we like converge at the same time. We walk, they walk, then they just roll up on this guy. And he's got like a green jacket on his head. That's what he had. I was kind of confused. He has a green jacket on his head. They like roll up, they grab him and they're like, you're under arrest. They like bring him up, start putting him in handcuffs. They like pull off the green jacket. And immediately I see like, okay, same guy, same fucking bloodshot eye. So I'm getting fired up. Bloodshot eye. But like, dude, his head, when they pull off the jacket, and he also had a hood the first time I saw him, he has like, it looked like his entire head was split open at some point, and he has staples the whole way across his head. Like, had to be like 100 staples all across his head. Like, the fucking frightening, man. But now he has like 6 cops, and he's like, he's just like shocked and trying to play like victim. He's like, my legs hurt, and like not making any sense.
What's everyone around doing? Is everyone startled?
Dude, so this is a funny thing.
Oh my God.
So what happens when the cops rolled up on him? He was with like 3 other crackheads. And this happened the first time I rolled up with cops on the first crackhead that stole my bike 2 years ago. Was they all say immediately, oh shit, you're going to jail. Like, they just rat the dude out immediately. And he's trying to like play innocent, like he doesn't know what's happening. And they just like get up like, oh, you're going to jail.
No one runs. They all just start yelling at
because they were next to him on the bench. They're like, I don't want to be associated with this guy, so they start leaving. But they
start
say
walking away.
Yeah. They start walking away. And then this guy like makes eye contact with me, which was kind of scary because he's still got that eye. And he's like going back and forth. And they're like, is this for sure him? I'm like, that's for sure him. Look, shoes are the exact same. Now I got like a better look at him. And they put him in handcuffs and they fucking take him back. And now he's, I guess, going to prison.
Whoa, dude.
Fuck.
I guess going to press. What? You got more?
Well, not really, but one thing.
Okay, go.
One thing. I know we're way over time. When I went back to the precinct, I saw the original cops that were with me. I'm like, they're like, holy shit, like, you got balls. I'd never go back to that park after. And I was like, fired up. I'm Batman, dude.